Welcome my dear children. In this video, we are going to see the summary of chapter 3, Synthetic Fibers and Plastics. Last year, you have learned about fibers and fabrics. So what are fibers? Fibers are long thread-like substance which is used in the manufacturing of other substance. Have a look into your wardrobe. You can find a different variety of clothes made of different fibers. You might be very familiar with fibers like cotton, wool, jute, linen, etc. Yes, all these fibers occurs naturally. Such fibers which occurs naturally, or we can obtain it from plants or animals, we call it natural fibers. But these natural fibers, they are very expensive and their availability is different from place to place and from season to season. But there are other kind of classification of fibers which are artificially made by human beings. Such fibers we call it synthetic fibers. Dear children, let us see the mind map of the chapter. In the first section of the chapter, we have seen about fibers and how they are classified based on their occurrence. Fibers are classified into two based on their occurrence, that are natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Here we have also seen these fibers are made up of chemical substances called polymers. So what are polymers? See, you might be all familiar with the chain of beads that you wear normally. So in the chain, it is made up of single beads. Each beads are joined to form a long chain. Similarly, these polymers are their very long chain of molecules which are similar in structure. And these small molecules which are identical, we call it monomers. So lot of monomers, they join together to form polymer. And the process by which the monomers join together to form polymers, we will call it polymerization. In the second section of the chapter, we have seen the different types of synthetic fibers. We have seen in detail rayon, nylon, polyesters and acrylics. We will see in detail one by one. Rayon is the first artificial fiber to be made. It is made out of wood pulp. The monomer in it is regenerated cellulose. Since it is made from wood pulp, it is also called semi-synthetic fiber. Since the properties of rayon is very much similar to silk, it is also called artificial silk. It is also very much cheaper than the silk. The next synthetic fiber that we have seen is nylon. Nylon is the first fully synthetic fiber which is made without using any of the raw materials from plants and animals. It is made out of coal, water and air. See the nylon, it is very strong, elastic and lightweight. It is used in the manufacture of clothes, socks, even the toothbrushes, parachute drops, etc. Because it is very strong, its strength can be compared even to that of steel. The next synthetic fiber that we have seen is polyesters. Here, the monomer in polyesters, it is linked by ester bonds. So, since it have multiple ester bonds, we are calling it polyesters. It can be mixed very easily with other fibers. For example, polyesters plus cotton, we can get polycot, or polyesters plus wool, we will get polywool. The commonly used polyester in fabrics are terylene. Another very familiar form of polyester is PET, that is polyethylene terephthalate. This polyethylene terephthalate, it is widely used in the manufacture of bottles, utensils, etc. The fourth synthetic fiber that we have seen is acrylics. Acrylics, it is very much similar to wool. So it is also called synthetic wool. But compared to wool, it is very cheap and more durable. Then some of the characteristics that we have seen for synthetic fibers, that they are readily available and they are cheap compared to the natural fibers. Also, they are durable and easy to maintain. And in the second section, we have seen about plastics. What are plastics? Plastics are also synthetic fibers which can be molded or recycled into any shape, or they can be drawn into fine wires. Depending upon the physical properties of plastics, we have seen the classification, how they are classified. They are classified into thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastics are those plastics which can be molded again once it is heated. But thermosetting plastics, it cannot be molded or softened by heating once it is set. We have seen the different examples during our interactive sessions. Next, we have seen the different properties of plastics. That is, it is a very commonly used thing and it is non-reactive. Also, they are very poor conductors of electricity or heat. In the last section of the chapter, we have discussed about the topic plastics and environment. We use plastics in our day-to-day life in different ways, but always the disposal of this plastics pose a great problem. Here we have discussed about biodegradable substance and non-biodegradable substance. What are biodegradable substances? Substances which can be decomposed through natural process. We call it biodegradable substances. But plastics, it belongs to the second group, that is non-biodegradable substance. It cannot be decomposed by any of the natural process. So it is very important to keep our environment safe from plastics. Here we have also discussed the principles of 5 R's. We all know, we have seen during our interactive sections what these 5 R's are. Yes, they are reduce, reuse, recycle, recover and refuse. So children, follow the principle of these 5 R's to keep our earth or environment safe from plastics. Dear children, hope this video helped you to get a summary of our chapter 3, synthetic fibers and plastics. We'll see you during interactive sessions. Thank you for watching. God bless you.